doing fills. This is about a month of growth here, guys. We're just gonna fill in the same color. We're gonna redesign. The thing I love about fills is it's so quick, and then you just do a design again, and it just, yeah. I have to go through all the whole process, doing the whole set. Just like that. I actually like doing fills, to be honest with you. You gotta pick up just enough powder that you need, just for the cuticle area. It's Friday, y'all. Dang. The weekend's here. Next thing you know, Monday again. That's quick. A few more weeks before I head to Philly and Boston. Wow. Not a few weeks, like a week. Careful not to add too much powder. You make this nail thicker, you gotta do more work later. Good morning, everybody. We're gonna be doing fills today. How to do a quick fill, make some fast money, redesign without having to drill it down. Of course, I have the same color powder I used the first time as a base. These nudes, they're great for like a cover powder. You can literally do any redesign on them, polish over them, add abstract art to them. They're actually pretty good powders to use for redesigns. Cover pinks, cover nudes. When in doubt, always pick those colors, okay? I had to shorten it down too. You know, it's like a month of growth. No breaks, no pop-offs, proper prep, foundation. We'll do that for you. You literally can get the fill done within like minutes. My studio's really hot today, so the powder's turned up a little bit. I don't got the AC running for some reason. I have to put the AC on later. See, I'm only worried about the cuticle area. That's literally what all this bead does. It's for the cuticle area bead. All this right here is already there for me from the previous set. There you guys go. Just very quick. You guys should definitely get in the habit of doing fills. It gives you more hands-on experience with the clients. And certain times, certain things you can do during a fill that really hones your skills in nail tech. Sometimes when you're consistently doing full sets, you're missing out on certain techniques that you need when you're doing a fill. Controlling the powder, all that. Is this supposed to be running when it's hot? Nope. When it's hot, it's supposed to be, it dries faster. Remember, heat and cold. Cold more runny, okay? So you're working in your house, your room, or your studio, and you don't have the AC on it or something like that. Anything over 73 degrees, the acrylic's gonna actually set a little bit faster. Anything below 70, the acrylic's gonna actually be a little runny. I think the ideal temperature is 71 to 73. 71 to 73, yeah. Over 73 is just gonna start setting faster. It's about 74 in my studio right now, probably. A little bit warm. So monomer will react a little bit differently with acrylic in different temperatures. You guys probably noticed that before too. Certain times your acrylic will be super runny, it won't dry, and then sometimes it just seals up really fast. It's based off your temperature, okay? It's a very temperature reliant. I'm using a size 10 brush right now. Oh, I forgot to share on my page. I'm using a size 10 brush right now because I really don't need a size 10 brush, to be honest with you. I don't need anything bigger. That's as big as I need to go when I'm doing a fill because I don't really need to pick up a big bead. I just gotta pick up a bead that's big enough. Can you turn the AC on?
Okay. Do you have blood? Can I use this?
Yeah, I need it back when you're done though, okay?
Okay.
And turn the AC on, please. It's too hot. Other side too, okay?
Okay.
Make sure you set at 73. Okay. The other side's gonna start off at 70. 70. It's too cold. There it is. The AC is on. So just remember your monomer. That's why you gotta store your monomer in cool areas. If you're working and you have a window in your studio or whatever you're working, make sure your monomer is not in contact with the sun, because your monomer is in contact with like sunlight or something like that, or not a heat, like a cool temperature. It could consistently go worse, like as in like the loses quality. So I always store my monomer in like a cabinet or something like that, or somewhere cool. I don't like putting my monomer in a clear. I don't like it when monomer comes in a clear bottle. There has to be a bottle that doesn't get exposed to any sunlight. Only then, like, you know, if you got a clear bottle, that's why you should only pour as much monomer as you need and not too much, because when monomer sits outside of the bottle and is exposed to air and heat, all that, the quality goes down lower. You guys have noticed before when you guys start using old monomer, you're like, oh, why is this acrylic? Like the bead's not picking up, or it's just weird. And then you pour out some new monomer and it's completely different. Yeah, monomer degrades when it comes in contact with air. So that's why I don't ever pour too much monomer. I get just enough what I need, so I can be able to throw out any excess without feeling waste. And a lot of times you guys it's just because your dampening dishes are just too big. Your monomer dampening dish is too big, so you just want to pour. You know, it's not a party. Like this monomer right now, I'm probably gonna throw it out because it's been sitting overnight, but I was able to use it for a fill. And I only got just a little bit left, all the way to the bottom there. Make sure you gauge, as nail techs, eventually you'll be able to gauge how much you're doing, as in like how much, of course my brush is free of any acrylic. You should be able to gauge what you're doing. And know how much monomer you're using. Don't overuse. And since this is a fill, we definitely have the shape here already for us. So all we really gotta do is just crisp up this tapered square shape. We're not gonna shape too much into it because, you are gonna have to relax. Just like that. Remember, the more I shape, the more I'm gonna lose the shape. So I'm just crisping up the shape, not gonna overwork it. just like that. And we're simply, boom, the shape is back to taper. Hey, what's up? Guana, wow. It's crazy, like a lot of countries outside the US are very, very into nails. So it's crazy because you guys don't have access to all the products we have here. Someday, especially right now, shipping internationally is just not even makes sense. I'm just very quick when it comes to hand filing. I use 100 grit. 80 is the lowest I'll go with grits. You can even use 180, but I feel like 180 is just too fine. This gives you a nice crisp shape. 180 is a good hand buffer. Yep, size 10. I mean, you don't really need a size 10 to do fills, right? You're not picking up a big bead. I don't want to have to pick up a big bead. Man, that shape came back to life. Shape came back to life, guys. Oh, thank you for the stars. Jasmine Freeman, as always. Appreciate it. So now I'm gonna do cuticle work. And that's, you know, you guys pretty much know the cycle of how I do nails. I'm just gonna go to the cuticle area, make sure I get it nice and flush. This keeps the nails from lifting. She had very minor lifting, this client, and this went over a month, almost exactly a month today. My client's nails usually last about a month. So next time it'll be her 2 months, and then she will soak off and do whatever new design she wants, or keep going with the nudes. I'm just gonna go through and just smooth everything out here. And really nothing to smooth out because everything is very smooth, but there you go, look at that taper, guys. Oof. It's very quick. Yep, everything's restocking probably end of the month, early next month. Monomer will be here probably next week. Monomer will be finished next week. Ooh, I'm so excited. I get to take my monomer to my class this end of this month. like that. I'm gonna smooth out any uneven surface. But I'm not really drilling. When you guys are drilling on top of nails, and you guys are drilling, you know, as in like you want to smooth out, it's just the weight of your drill bit that you're putting on here. If you put pressure downward, it's gonna eat into the acrylic. So you want to just nice and smooth, circular motion, just go over it. And you'll know, the drill will let you know, hey, this spot is uneven. It'll just make a sound and you'll just go back over that spot over and over. The main thing is, this is the main thing right here, guys, the cuticle area. This is where you flush it, 30-degree angle. This is a sharp bit, so I go right into the cuticle area, flush it, so that when it grows out, it has no lifts, okay? Reduces the lifting by almost 90% if you do this properly. And if you're first starting out, you don't know how to do this yet, use a safety bit. Practice first. Eventually, you're gonna, over time, you're gonna get better and better and better. Once you have the technique down, and you have the muscle memory down, you just gotta go through it. Just like that. See? How clean that cuticle area is. Gonna smooth out any edges. And you can use your fingers to push up some of that skin. And you'll know when you meet the cuticle, you know when you get too deep, you'll feel it, you'll see it. You'll see the natural nails start coming out. You don't want to eat it in too much. You don't want to create this ring, the ring of fire. This is the most important part of lifting. Like I always say, product is good, but technique is king. Your technique will always outshine your product. Proper technique will always make the nails last longer. Because remember, when we did nails back in the day, we didn't have all these fancy products. So we had to make our technique show through. As a nail tech, you should be reliant on your technique, your skill, not the product, to make your nails last. Hola, Marisol. When you're doing acrylic work, do you have to put clear over it? Nope, I don't. A lot of people do because they're a lot of people do because they use acrylic colors that are pigmented and they're not meant, you know, they need to be capped. Colors like Valentino needs to be capped. Any color that's high pigment, when there's not enough acrylic in there to dry it, it needs to be capped. These colors I'm using, these cover powders, they're already mixed with acrylic and enough pigment. It doesn't need to be capped. The capping thing just creates another process to your work. There are people that do it, and that's great, but it's not my style, you know? Every nail tech has their own style of how they work. It's just not my style. I'm not gonna have to put down a clear, then have to go back through, and then, put on a color, then have to go back through and put clear over it again. It's just too much work for me. This is style. Some nail techs do it, and I feel like I can cut out like 20 minutes of my time if I don't do that. I do cap when it comes to encapsulation nails or, you know, ombres or something that required me to cap. But if it's a color, I'm gonna buy acrylic powder that's mixed for me, that's already have the pigment and the acrylic mixed properly so that I don't have to cap it. The reason why some people cap because their color acrylic is too pigmented, so it doesn't dry. And you can't pick up a big bead because there's not enough acrylic in it to react with the monomer. Remember, monomer reacts with acrylic, not with the pigment. So high pigmented colors, you can only pick up small little beads and like pretty much apply it, paste it on. I like working with big beads. So definitely a difference in style. Valid question. That's probably one of the most asked questions anytime I do lives. E-filing? The problem with e-filing is you guys have to actually e-file on the actual hand. That's why during class we only go through it roughly. Like, you know, we show you guys the technique. But you guys see, I show you guys the technique right here. It's up to you guys to actually practice. The reason why we don't have you guys do too much e-filing in class is we just go through it. It's just that you guys can see it, and then you guys have to practice at home, because there's so much that goes on in class. Now, as you notice when you're in class in New York, that we sit there and we try to get you guys to e-file, and we have to go around to everybody, watch everybody e-file. It just soaks up too much time. I'd rather just teach you guys something else. But usually, we make you guys do a lot of application, as you can see in class, because when you do better, the better your application is, the less you have to e-file. Okay? The better your application, the less you have to e-file. Remember that. E-filing is just a technique. Everybody holds it differently. You guys just gotta keep practicing, repetition, and you get that muscle memory down. I can spend 5 hours with you with e-filing, and you'll be at the same. You still have to go home and do it for days, weeks, months to be able to get it down. You know. The way I e-file, I've done this like thousands of times for the last 10 years, over and over and over again. So it may look like easy and seamless to me because, yeah, I've been doing it. I've been repeating the same process for over 1,000 sets. Of course, I'm gonna get it down. So, you know, it takes time. It's not like a design where I can show you a design and then boom, you can get it down. That's why a lot of classes we do cut out on the e-filing. We just do the kind of got a theory and informational and demo for you guys to see. But that's why I have all these live videos for all my students to come back and watch. Thank you, Tony Marche. The new secret cover, good to draw on with no cap. I don't know. I've had people say Media's Secret doesn't even dry. It's a hair mess. I've never tried Media's Secret powder. You guys will know when the acrylic is good enough to drill on. You'll feel it. You'll look at it. If it looks all like matted and just press down into it, it will bend, you know? I have 5 marks on my nails. My speed's high. No. You have 5 marks on your nails, your speed is too low. The file marks from the grit of this is if it's running too slow, you're gonna leave file marks. If you need to run it faster so that the file marks are not there. Look. This is like a medium. You see that? This is too slow. You hear it. It's just dragging. You're leaving indents. It's the exact opposite. You need to run it faster if you're getting file marks from the e-file. And your files, if it's a coarse or it should be you only should be using a fine or a medium. You should not be using a coarse e-file. So it's the exact opposite. If you're getting file marks, you're going too slow. You hear it? Yeah. Good morning from New Mexico. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hearing like Media's Secret powders just doesn't dry, so. What time is it? Somebody squat here? What time is it? 12? Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, I'm just gonna go right through this. My main concern is here, cuticle area. And the less powder you have up there, the better your application, the less work you do with the cuticle area, to be honest, guys. I've seen a lot of my students like get so much better with cuticle work. It's crazy. It's because they improve their application. They do less work, and then everything just falls into place. I'm always going in circular motion and don't stay in one spot long. Move my drill consistently throughout the nail, okay? You stay in one spot too long, it's gonna heat up, it's gonna burn the client. You stay in one spot too long, what it's gonna do also is it's gonna eat into an area where it's gonna be uneven. You want nice even surfaces, you want nice and round circular motion. You want the nail to be circular, not flat. The nail does not go flat like this, okay? It has a circular look to it. Awesome. My speed I'm running at right now is going to be a 14 to 15. I don't recommend you run it that fast, especially if you're a beginner or you're new at. I think an optimal speed for you is 9 to 11 is good for you guys. Especially because I'm using a sharp drill, I just want to go in and out, and I'm very precise with my drilling. Even I cut clients, guys. Remember, I've done it before on live. It's a normal thing. Accidents happen sometimes. Clients too stiff, distracted. You just nick them a little bit, but you gotta sanitize and move on. Don't be afraid. It's like you're not gonna be perfect. You're gonna cut people. Use an e-file. I guarantee you. It's only a matter of time, but you will cut people. Some more than once, but learn from your mistakes, please. Make your adjustments. Yeah, even me. Sometimes my fault, sometimes client's fault. The biggest issue you probably have with the e-filing is your clients being too stiff. But you gotta be able to let them know, like, hey, relax, relax. Constant reminder, because you want to be working in your comfort zone, okay? You be able to move their hands to where you need it to move, not the other way around. If you have to torque your body to move to where the hands, how the hands are, then you're doing something wrong. If you ever have to reposition yourself to work when you're doing cuticle work, that means that you're doing something wrong. Or when you're doing drill work, you need to not be able to. You need to be in your most comfortable position. You're in the most control. If you ever have to torque your body, you're not in control anymore. That's when you're gonna cut the client. Have a firm grip too. Sometimes it's almost like a finger wrestling battle. Just remember, never move your body into a position where you have to work on your client. That's a no bueno for me. They're on our last finger here, and we're gonna give her a nice buff with a hand file, and then we're gonna go have her wash her hands and do some designs. Alright, we're done here. And we're gonna clean up underneath. Any extra filing. Do a quick hand buffing. This is 100, 180. Just gonna go through and just quickly buff it. I ran out of buffing black, so this is kind of like a buffing black with a hand filer. Just smooths out everything. Oop. Trying to figure out where it's getting caught on. Okay, wash your hands, okay? I'm doing some abstract with some gel art. Where's my gel art set? Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right. I'm going to use my gel art set and I'm going to do some pastel. Pastel. My glove. Let's do some hot pink. And it's green actually. Oh, this is highlighter yellow. Where's that green? There we go. Room for bright colors. Pink. Pink. Some hot pink and some baby blues. Some of this yellow. Yeah. I think that should be good. And a mint. Yeah, it should be nice. I want one loud color. This pink's gonna be loud, but the rest is gonna be pastel. It's very pigmented, so I can just run my brush through over and over. This is a very high pigmented gel. As you can see, everything just stays where it is. It won't bleed out like regular gel polish, but right now it'll probably blend all over the place. So we're gonna go in, quick flash cure. Let's see. You guys know what next we're gonna do is we're gonna start outlining everything around this pink with the other colors, and everything will come together like almost like a abstract art piece kind of. Don't overthink this. It's not supposed to look like anything until everything is complete. It'll look like something, right? That's what abstract is about. If you start overthinking abstract and try to make it perfect, ooh, you're in trouble because you're never gonna get what you really want. I've done it before, made that mistake when I started doing abstract art. I was like, oh, okay, I need this to be perfect. And later I'm like, why the hell did I need it to be perfect when it's just not the style, you know? Do everything in steps, okay? When you see a design, you're like, oh, that's cute. You're like, and you try to do everything at one time, it won't look well. Just do everything in steps. Break it down in layers. Okay, now we're done with our pink. I'm gonna clean my brush. I'm gonna use paper towel to clean my brush because this is the art gel, see? It cleans up really nice. I don't have to use alcohol or anything. So now I'll take my baby blue. don't need much of this. You don't need much. Very high pigment. I love this baby blue. And see, I'm going to the same, kind of the same type of style, like do chunky in the middle, and then I just bring it out and do very thin, give almost like a splatter look. You just can start to see everything kind of live. I'm gonna finish it off with some black and gold also. These are just the main primary colors that are gonna go in there. Okay. Remember, this takes time. Just go slow. Don't try to rush it. Because trust me, everything will come in fruition in the end. I want to create like abstract blobs, or kind of like vein work, or how do I say this? Like paint splatters almost. And everything's going to tie in once all the colors are together. The black's in there outlining. Starting to look cute already. And this design looks really good matted. Oh, that yellow is nice. You see? Pretty. This matted would be so cute. I think I'm gonna skip out on them. Oh. You haven't opened them yet? You should open them. Try them out. Luis, this stuff is great. I want to bring in some more colors soon. I feel like I want to bring in like a whole nude to do portraits with. All right, so time for some finishing touches. I'm gonna add a little bit of black to outline a little bit, and then I'm gonna add some gold in there. The black and gold print make everything just come together. I'm gonna skip on the mint because I already have just nice colors there. Nice. I'm using my black as like an outline. Give it some definition. I'm gonna matte this. I'm gonna add the gold last because I want the gold to be shiny. Give my black some texture. Go ahead. I know what you're thinking. This is a lot of work now, Dad. Ain't it though? It be like that sometimes. You see these designs, it's not simple as you think. It takes time, but you execute it in steps, it'll look nice. Don't rush it. Can't wait to add my gold though. So after this, I'm gonna matte this. I'm gonna add my gold on the bottom, and I should tie everything in the look I want. And the gold will be the only thing that pops out. I'm out of frame right now, I know. Sorry. Working on the thumb right now. Okay. You're so tense, Acrylic. Why? That's why you can't go a month. You don't remember. You legit don't remember how to relax your hands. Okay. You have plans to take the kids out spring break or no? No spring break this year?
Who?
You.
I don't have any kids.
Oh, just wrong person, sorry. Are you going on spring break? My nephews and nieces, their spring break is canceled.
What happened?
Because they're not allowing any traveling. The school doesn't even recommend them to even the college kids. Take it out. Alright guys, now I add my gold. It's a finishing touch. Now this gold, it cures shiny and it doesn't need to be top coated. This would be the finishing touch. You're so hard to do art with because you're so tense. So this gold is made in a way where it's mixed with already a builder gel. So it doesn't need to be top coated when it dries like hardened.
Trying to like my marble butterfly.
I saw it earlier. Very pretty. You're really stepping it up.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take a picture with your father.
When you use glitter like this, I want a vein look. So I'm gonna make it very thick and texture. It's gonna have a texture to it. You know what this reminds me of? I'm trying to think of like when paint streaks. Yeah, like you pour a bunch of paint together and it streaks, yeah. Shit you see on like the walls. can't believe you had this set on for a whole month.
Yeah.
You're usually never that. You usually come back and like 3, 4 missing. Had to soak off.
It also was along with some bananas.
Okay. In. Yeah, see? Everything's done. That gold is already, it's no tack. It's shiny. So I want to make sure the gold is shiny, so brings accent to it. Oh, what am I doing? Let's take this out.